Assalamu alaikum, my dear friends and fellows. How are you? I welcome you here on my training channel. My name is Abdul Khalik. Dear friends, look, all the people want to become a prominent people. All the people want that the other people should listen and listen to them respectfully, listen to them carefully. So that is, I think, something very natural. Everybody want to be respected. Everybody want to be heard. Everybody even want to become a leader. Everybody want to become a leader. There isn't anyone else at all who don't want to become a leader, who don't want to lead, who don't want to be heard, who don't want to be respected. So I think all of that will become possible once we are a good communicator. So we need to become a good communicator, dear friends and fellows. Look, go to the western countries, the developed countries. There you will find that some of the people, the people who become a leader, the people who become a representative of any the constituency, they people are very good communicator, and it is actually their communication skills which make them the representative. Communication skills matters and matters a lot, really, my dear friends and fellows. So we need to become a good communicator. Being a good communicator is very important. Being a good communicator is very, very, very useful. So, my dear friend, we have chosen it, we have made it a topic of our today's discussion, that how to become a good communicator. Because being a good communicator will definitely make us a prominent person, will make us a leader in wherever we are working. So we have done some sort of research, and after that much of research, we have come to a conclusion that there are nine things which are needed. Only nine things which we need to understand if at all we want to become a good communicator. What are those nine things? That is what we are going to talk about. First of all, it is speak for the audience, not for yourself. Speak for the audience. Mean, if at all you are sitting amongst the uneducated, the lesser educated, the not well known people, don't talk like you have to talk in presence of the highly educated people. And for that purpose, you must know and you must understand the level of your audience. Mean, if at all they are unaware of the department of the technical things you are going to talk about, so they are not going to comprehend. And once they are not going to pick, they are not going to pay much of the attention to what you are talking about. So you are not going to become a popular speaker, dear friends and fellows. We must understand what is the general mental level of the people who are listening to me, and what is their specific knowledge about the thing we are going to talk about. So that is the first thing. And if at all, you might have seen the people that they are least interested the kind of audience they are having. They simply keep talking according to their own choice of words and terms. So that's not fair at all. It will not allow us to become a good communicator at all. So the second thing is, show empathy. We need to develop the empathy. That is very, very important. We don't need to become careless. We don't need to become a careless person at all. We do need to become a careful person. We do need to show the empathy. If at all those people are hurt, we need to take care of their emotions. We need to show empathy. We need to show sympathy. And simply we need to think that if at all I were in their place, what kind of talk I would have wanted to listen, and what kind of talk I would have hated to listen. So dear friends and fellows, we need to show the empathy. And everybody who want to become a representative, everybody who want to become a leader, they must be empathetic. And now the third thing is, ask questions. Asking of the questions. Ask questions. Some of the people, they are the good speakers, and while being at the stage, at the podium, they ask a question, and then some of the people raise their hands, and then they ask any one of those that what is your answer. Sometimes they seek the answer of two or three of the people who has raised their hand. So asking the question, I think that is very, very important. They feel respected. Your audience feel respected, and your audience feel heard. Even if at all you are talking to the fewer people, I think being asking the question, sometimes we get a thing we didn't know it earlier. So it is good to ask questions. Now the fourth thing which we need to understand, for being a good communicator is properly listen. Listen properly. Many of the people, they are just focused on what they are saying. They are just focused on what they are going to say, but they don't listen properly. Because they fail to listen properly, they don't pick the important points which should be answered well, sincerely, during their talk. So that is the fourth thing which we need to understand. And the fourth thing is listen properly. Now the fifth is speak concisely. Speaking concisely. Say more with fewer words. Saying more with the fewer words. Speak concisely. Some of the people, they are unnecessarily enlarging their talk. So that is not something good at all. We need to make it concise. We need to say more with a lesser word. I think the more we speak, the more we will be, losing the attention of the people, the care of the people. So we need to speak concisely. Concise talk, that must be taken care of. Now the sixth is slow down and use silence. Slowing down and using of the silence, not the pace. What is the point is speaking is a craft to master. They are comfortable slowing down and using strategic silence to deliver a point, using of the strategic point to deliver a point. If at all we watch a movie, if at all we watch a drama, then we will come to understand that how the actors speak, although they are not delivering a lecture at all, but whatever they are found saying, whatever the script has been written, whatever the way of delivery has been adopted, even their silence, it does matter and matter a lot, and it communicates their point in the finest ever way possible. So I think for those people who don't understand the importance of the silence during the talk, using the silence as a strategy, using the silence as a strategic method, I think they must be, including me. Even I need to learn it. We need to watch a drama, we need to watch a movie, so that we are better able to understand this point, the point of slowing down and using silence. That's very important. And now the seventh is not being self conscious. They aren't trying to think of the next clever thing to say. They have faith what they need to say will come up in the moment. Many of the people, if at all they are listening to somebody, they are more focused upon how they are going to respond. And they people, many of the speakers, they are focused and have concentrated upon what are they going to say next. This is not the right thing at all, because this is not natural, because this is not right. What is natural and what is right is that we need to do one thing. We need to believe whatever I do have to say will come to me, will come in front of me at the right moment. So I don't need to keep repeating whatever I do have to say next. So, dear friend, so that was not self conscious. And now the eighth point is don't interrupt. Do not interrupt, because interrupting people is disrespectful and demonstrates we aren't listening. If we don't want to listen, if at all we are interrupting somebody, or even somebody is interrupting us, it means that we have no respect for them. We are not respecting them, that we don't want to listen them. This is not good at all. This is not good at all. So dear friends and fellows, all what is needed here is that we shouldn't be interrupting another person at all. To be a good communicator, we need to listen other patiently. Rather, we need to ask questions, so that we are better able to understand what they are trying to say, understand what they are trying to put across. Also, I think that we will better be able to garner respect from these people. Also, they will listen to us in a far better manner, because we have incorporated whatever new points, new insights they have shared with us. And now the ninth and the last thing is, use respectful honesty. What is this, by the way? Great communicators are willing to go to places that are a little uncomfortable. Even those who are great communicators, they even listen, they even talk, but they don't feel comfortable in listening, but they don't feel comfortable in talking, in sharing. Despite all that, this takes courage and garner respect. Indeed, it's not for everybody. Only those people who are courageous enough, only they people can afford to do that. Those who are not courageous enough, they cannot do it. Dear friends, they are mindful of saying necessary things and coming from a place of genuine care for the listener. As they are mindful of saying necessary things. Yes, we do have to say the necessary things only, and coming from a place of genuine care, because we do have a genuine care for the people, for the listener, as opposed to a place of insecurity and a need to inflict harm on other. We don't need to feel insecure at all, and we don't need to be careless so that we are inflicting harm upon other people. Do not feel insecure at all. Do not try to inflict harm on another person at all. So, my dear friends and fellows, this takes practice, but you want to prioritize. This takes practice. Yes, indeed, it takes practice, but you want to prioritize being honest in your communication. Yes, it is a priority. We must prioritize it, that I'm honest in my communication, to develop confidence in yourself, so that we are better able to develop the confidence in ourselves and your speaking power. Yes, this takes practice, but you want to prioritize being honest in your communication to develop confidence in yourself and your speaking power. So that is being a good communicator. Thank you.